that I like supporting local talent.
Yes.
Right? We watch our friends on YouTube. We listen to them on the radio. We even appear on them on the radio, like I am right now.
Exactly. Thank you.
So first off, if you want to learn about financing and production financing, RBC, the bank, surprisingly, they're doing something good for the people. Production financing, from small independent projects to major international productions, our flexible financing options can help you make it happen. You can learn more by going onto their website. They also do have, you could find a specialist in your area, and then you click onto the industry, and guess what? Media and entertainment's in there. Right? You could just search the province and city, and then, the next step's up to you. I'm just giving you a gateway.
Yeah.
Now,
what would be the main thing that RBC would be offering you with that? Is that loans? Is it something like that?
Yes, loans, borrowing credit, asset-based finance, investing services.
Okay.
But you can also talk to a professional, tell you which route to go.
Okay.
Right?
Kind of help you with your money matters and let you know exactly what route you should be taking to do the projects you want to do.
Exactly.
So would you say that's a good first step before doing any of the next things that we're about to talk about?
No.
No. Okay, cool.
That one should not be thought. I only did this because it was on top of the pile.
Okay. So last? Or we'll make an order. We'll make an order after.
I'll make an order.
Okay.
You know what? The order will be on a paper that I have here.
Okay. Perfect.
Next one, Bell Media, the monopoly on Canada.
Yeah.
Guess what? They want to help independent filmmakers bring out Canadian content, because if people do not know, Canada is struggling with the Americans down south.
Yeah.
Right? We have a rule on the radio. You got to play, as much
Canadian content. You've got to...
Is it 30%?
I think it's a bit more than that.
Okay. You got to do that. So now Bell Media.
Yeah.
They have a development standard approval list.
Yeah.
Okay? Basically, this is what you got to have before you go up to them, pitch it, and then you get money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, you got to have a submission form, development budget, development finance plan, details of pre-existing, if you have any financial commitments. If you had a loan on the stuff before, you got to have all those papers. List a key of production personnel with their CV. So, if me and you were on the crew, we got to give...
You got to give all your information to
them. Because they got to know this is going to be made.
Okay.
Okay? Development... if you're doing a dramatic series, this is it. An outline, first draft, second draft, and a polish of the script.
Okay.
That is a lot so far.
It is.
Okay? For it could be a pilot or episodic script. Okay? First draft and second draft of the Bible. Now, for the people at home who do not know what a Bible is, it's not the holy book.
Okay.
Okay? It's
kind of a holy book.
Yes, it's the most important book. It's a production book.
Yes.
Okay, now you will. It is a big book. Okay, it has everything. Every department adds to it. It has budget plans, everything to the littlest detail. You want to know something about a location? You go to the Bible, locations. You got everything there. Okay, a research report, a non-broadcast demo, so about like a 5-minute trailer or something, or a scene, an access letter, and a final cost report. So those are what you need, to go in already.
Okay.
That chunk.
Yeah.
This the RBC that we talked about before, that's more independent.
Okay.
If Bell's giving you stuff, like I would do the RBC.
Yeah.
For the 5-minute clip.
Okay.
Just
for the starter and get your money
yeah,
and kind of have things under wraps.
Even if you had, let's say, if you had $5,000, you go to RBC, you're like, hey, should I be doing this? Whatever. Here's my whole plan. And if they go, yeah, you do that, and then you go to this next step. That's one of them. Bell is actually going to colleges, and they're telling them this. Now, the bad thing is, they don't tell you how to actually access this.
Oh.
Okay. It took me an hour to find this letter.
Perfect.
Okay. So the guys from 5 TV, what do you type in on Google? Bell 5 TV.
Yeah.
Nothing. It turns out I had to go to CTV.
Yeah.
To get this.
Okay.
Which is under Bell.
Yeah.
They're actually doing this is if I was a documentarian, I would go to Bell.
Okay.
Do something about the city, very Canadian, and they'll play it on 5 TV, I think, for 30 or 40 days.
Okay, that's
and then
not bad.
after that, it's all yours.
Okay.
They will give you the equipment, the rooms to edit in, everything.
Nice.
But they got to know what you're
everything
doing.
that you're doing.
And, practically the Bible itself is a whole pre-production. Right? So
a good 6 weeks ahead of doing anything.
Yeah. And the way they pay you is they give you you shoot it first rough cut, whatever. You get 40% of that money.
Okay.
And then you keep going, right? They're not going to give you everything right away.
Yeah, well,
so
of course.
So that's Bell. I'd recommend these 2 ways. Like I said, I haven't done them. I just want people to know
that they're
these
there.
are out there. Because not a lot of people know.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know. I'm glad Bell, they have representatives going around colleges saying, hey, we're doing this. Okay, Telefilm Canada. It's called the Micro Budget Production Program.
Okay.
Right? This is one of the big ones, actually. Basically, you go to they have a list of partners. You go to them, you pitch it, and they write, they approve it, and then you move to Telefilm. Telefilm.
Okay.
And it's basically exactly like the Bell one.
All right. Give them all the information and let them know what's going on before you do anything.
So here's what they want. The presentation, a video pitch of maximum 5 minutes that will identify the key creative team involved, state the project's working title, outline the creative team's vision, right? So it's basically a video pitch.
Yeah.
Okay? A trailer of the project, if available. You should have it. A link to previous work, basically a CV.
Yep.
A promotion, distribution. Can't even say that word. Distribution?
Distribution.
That should have been my D for the ABC game earlier.
It should have been, yeah.
Of digital marketing and media strategy. If anything, they'll help you with that. A production schedule, all pre-production, total budget amount. And, they'll evaluate it and keep going and so forth. Actually, on Telefilm's website, they actually have a bracket of what the budget will go to. Some of it will go to social media. Some of it will go to actual professionals to help you. But anyway, these are 3 outlets.
Yeah.
Well, the Bell and Telefilm are actual outlets to help you go all the way through. RBC is just a way to
It's just to get the money and to learn
financing.
things.
If you already have a producer
that
knows what they're doing, RBC wouldn't be needed. But, if you just want to learn, banks have free, I'm not going to say lessons. You just call them up and be, hey, I want to learn about this, and you just make an appointment. Because, to them, you're a customer. Because, they might be like, hey, while we're learning about this, we got this new credit card. Would you like it?
Yes.
I don't know if that's true. Okay, I don't know. But these are 3 ways to help you out. With the Bell Media one, you just got to go to CTV's website. With Telefilm, you just got to put Telefilm. On Google. And RBC's is actually, Royal Bank of Canada.
All right. What advice would you give to someone who wants to do this?
Be prepared.
Be prepared for all the work?
Basically what I just said about the drafts, scripts, Bible. Like, if you can make the person you're pitching to their life easier, do it. Make sure you have a crew ready. Think of people. And, have fun while you're doing it. It may be work, but, what's the point of working?
What's the point of doing it if you're not going to work?
Yeah, exactly. And Bell Media's, Bell, the 5 TV, they're actually passionate about getting Canadian content. So if you're doing documentaries, I'd say go through them because, if you do, like, let's say the best hotspots of Toronto or whatever city you are, they would want to put that. Right? That's more Canadian content for them. All right.
No, I agree.